Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for joining. My name's Kendra Vudichevsky. I am so excited you're here. This is really, I was just saying as I was preparing this live stream, whether you're watching this live or catching the replay, today is a very momentous discovery call. You are here for such a time as this because this is our last official discovery call in pre-launch. I can't even believe these 5 months have flown by, and you're in for a treat tonight if you're here invited by one of the incredible MIG ambassadors. You are here just at the right time. This message is definitely intended for you, and I cannot wait to hop in. I have three of our most incredible leaders, ambassadors here with me tonight. And I'm going to get to interview them. So you don't have to take my word for it. But let me tell you a little bit about MIG, and then you're going to hear stories from real people just like you and just like me who have found something really incredible here, and they have it on their hearts to share it with you. And they don't want you to miss out because in less than 7 days, this business is going to launch. And this is the last chance for you to tune in, join us as a founding pre-launch ambassador. So if that's of interest to you, listen up because now is a magic time for that. So MIG Living is a clean, crafted, wild-crafted, authentic earth, proven, multi-million-dollar brand that is transitioning after all of that success into social retail. And the reason is we want to have an even bigger impact. Jamie has served hundreds of thousands of people, Jamie Cross, our founder and CEO, through her product, through her company, and she wants to take it even further. So you are here at the right time. This is a growing category. I mean, think about, why did Amazon buy Whole Foods? People are into healthy lifestyles, not as a luxury anymore. It's an essential. It's an essential part of how we live our lives. So these products, this business is incredible. You get to be one of the first. This is not a company that's been out there. It is not. You could talk to people and they'll be like, what's MIG? You get to be the person. You get to be the person to share it. So I won't keep going because these ladies have so much in store for you. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce these lovely ladies and interview them. So I have with me today Amanda Brinkley and Nicole Gebhardt and Tiffany Whittemore, and we are so excited for you guys to meet these incredible ladies. So Tiffany, I'm going to start with you. If you could please tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you said yes to MIG.
Okay, awesome. So, hey everyone, I'm Tiffany, and I am a homeschool mom of 2. I almost said 3. Maybe that's because of the recent cat I adopted. That feels like another thing I need to teach. But so I homeschooled 2 little ones, a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old. We recently went on this journey because I'm also a law enforcement officer wife. What that really means is I go off of a shift schedule. And so one of the things that is really important to my family is raising our kids with our morals and values. And in the school system, we weren't really seeing that. And so we decided to take this journey into homeschooling and spend more time together as a family and be able to just travel and get to do more of what we want to do, say yes to more. So I am also a soccer coach, a cheer coach, always entrepreneur. My first entrepreneurial thing was building a business plan at the age of 16 and competing in a college level thing. So enough about that. I live in Northern Nevada. I'm 29 years old, and I said yes to MIG when, it's kind of a backstory. So I was in a different company. I partnered up with a essential oil company, and I was in a leadership rank with that company. I absolutely loved it. Honestly, I still use their product. It's great. I love oils and all of that, but it wasn't in alignment anymore. And I don't know if you guys have felt that before. Please put in the comments below, if you have ever been doing something and you're just no longer feeling like it's working for you. I was in that same position. And so I was actually shopping and heard about MIG, and I was like, oh yeah, I do this company. And they're like, oh, I do this. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I went into
I accidentally muted you, Tiffany, instead of somebody else. Oh my gosh. Bear with me here, you guys. I'm trying to
Okay,
find you.
I unmute
There you are.
myself.
Perfect. Sorry.
Where were we? What did you hear?
You were really happy with where you were and everything. You're still a user of your prior company's
Okay.
products,
Yep.
but
Okay.
you felt it wasn't in alignment.
Yes. So it wasn't in alignment. And, I don't know if you guys have felt like that before. So put down in the comment if you feel like you have never been in alignment with what you've been doing and you're just kind of looking. So I was kind of looking, but it's hard to find a company with the integrity, with clean products. I've been in like the healthy living industry for almost 10 years now. So it's really important to me to know what the ingredients are and everything. So I just did my research. I watched a video with Jamie and I couldn't believe it. Like if you've watched that, like watched a live with Jamie, like we're sitting on a live call with the founder, like, is this real? So I'm sitting there and I'm Kendra, you were on that call too. And I'm just like, this is real, man. Like I was completely blown away. So then I started looking at the comp plan and the ingredients, and every time it was just blowing me away with amazement that this might have been my answer.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you never know, right? You don't know until you got on this call and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even. Well, I'm excited to hear from you, Nicole. So tell us a little bit about you and why you said yes to MIG.
Hey, hi everybody. My name's Nicole. I'm so excited to be here. This is just like a dream of mine come true. So about me, I am 39 years old and just so grateful for MIG, and I'll get to that. And we're a military family. We just bought our dream house not long ago in Arlington, Virginia. My husband was at the Pentagon, and within a week, we got orders to Panama City to Tyndall Air Force Base. So we just packed up the car and headed down in the middle of this crazy stuff that's going on in the world. And so far we love it. It's been a huge blessing. We'll only be here maybe 2 years, but just it's been nice to be near the beach and be able to go out and just, take it all in. Watch sunsets are like my favorite thing. And I would say, more about me. I just have such a passion to help serve other women and be a voice and speak out to everyone about anything, just because that's just my heart. I just love people so much, and it just makes me so happy to spread that joy, that love, and that happiness. And so how I found MIG, so I had a fall last October 15th. I fell down 2 flights of stairs. It was Infant Loss Awareness Day. I don't know if you know my story at all, guys. I think most of you probably do. I'm pretty much an open book. I walked in on him and he was no longer breathing when he was 9 weeks old, and he had already passed away. And since then, like I just lost myself. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. And my story really starts there, because my ex-husband went one way and I went and accepted the Lord and Savior as my Christ. And sorry, I'm a little bit nervous, especially when I'm talking about that. But I knew after I did accept Christ that there was a reason that it happened. God had a reason for that happening in my life. And so I went on and ended up marrying someone in the military. So I would never marry anyone in the military. He's been in for 24 years. Someone that didn't have more than 1 or 2 kids. Jeff has 3. So we blended a family of 6. And they needed to live in Destin, Florida, because that's where I was at the time. Yeah, he lived in Savannah with the 165th Airlift Wing. So that's, God has his hands all over that as well. So I learned through Jeff that the most important thing to get through your life and to grieve and all of that is you have to forgive. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive, things that have happened in your life. And one of my things that I had done is I had latched onto alcohol. I wanted to just drink away my problems. Sorry, Mom, keep getting alerts. I just wanted to not feel like what I was feeling, and I couldn't deal with it. And so right before I heard about MIG, I was, just going through Facebook, social media, and I came across 3 different profiles. Had no clue these women were intertwined. No clue that they had linked arms, that they were together, that they even sold anything. No clue. And I messaged all 3 of them separately and said, hey, my name is Nicole. I want to learn about you. You seem like such an amazing woman. Tell me more. And they all worked with MIG. And that right there was like, da, 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 da. Like, I knew that there was a reason that I had reached out to these women. That was a Thursday. And then they told me a lot of the story and about Jamie and everything on that Friday. That Saturday, I had planned on taking my own life. I just couldn't go on any longer. I didn't know what else to do. After my accident, I felt like I couldn't serve anybody. I couldn't be the mom that I wanted to be, the wife I wanted to be. And God had his hands all over that too, because I reached out to these women the day before, and the next day I joined MIG, and it saved my life. It saved my life. And since then, I have been growing and dealing with the loss of my son and all the other stepping stones and things that have been in my life to really find myself. And it all goes to MIG. The women in MIG are they're angels sent to this earth. It gives me chills thinking about these women are everything. They are the first woman I go to for if I need a prayer, the first woman I want to check in, are they okay? This is the most beautiful thing in the world. So that's how I found out about MIG, and I'm so grateful for it.
Oh my gosh, Nicole, it's I do know your story, but we have so many people, guests on who may not, and you guys, I just want to pause a second, and we'll hop over to you next, Amanda, that it is just the power in that when you have yourself aligned with a culture and a community that accepts you, no matter what you're coming with. We always say, Jamie says, come as you are, but don't stay there. And I think, Nicole, you're through your pain and these incredibly tough challenges that hopefully no one should have to face, but people do, that you've been able to find hope. You've been able to find purpose. You've been able to find impact and really start to see your mission and your dream come to life to be able to serve others in such a meaningful way. So I'm so grateful you're here to share tonight. So thank you for joining us. All right, Amanda, tell us a little bit about you and why you said yes to MIG.
Hi, everybody. I am Amanda Brinkley, and I am a 39-year-old stay-at-home mom of two crazy boys. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. I am a retired-ish nail technician and makeup artist of about 15 years. I went back to work right before the pandemic and then quickly stopped working again, and was thrown into homeschooling and staying at home 24/7 again with two kids who wanted to be in school. And that led me down another spiral of anxiety and depression, which I have struggled with since I had my kids. I never had any issues with this in the past, but after having kids, that kind of throws your hormones all out of balance, and you're just dealing with things and emotions that you just never imagine. You know, being a mom is hard, and then being a mom in a pandemic is really hard. I have been in direct sales for probably 6 years. Off and on, I led a big team and had a really, really big successful team for a while, and then lost my mom, and I decided to step back from all of that, and I just focused on my customers. And through all of that is when I met Holly. And I don't know if you guys have met Holly Metz or have seen any of her posts, but she's absolutely amazing. And we met in a previous company, and I started seeing her post about these new products. And I knew that anything she said was the truth. I trusted everything that she posted. She's not going to post anything that's untrue or that is not legit, or that I really needed to know what is this product. And it wasn't because I was looking to join anything new. It was because I was struggling with myself. I was struggling with my health. My mental space was not right. I really, really needed to figure this stay-at-home homeschooling mom thing. And when she started posting about this new brain fuel and detox, I knew that I needed that in my life. And she sent me the website. And if you guys have seen the website, you know exactly what I'm saying. When you click on that link, you feel like you've walked into a spa. And I've worked in a lot of spas in my many years of being a nail tech and a makeup artist, and I literally could smell the products. And I knew whatever they had on this website, I needed to be a part of. And I said, okay, Holly, I'm in. And I sent her a message on the Sunday night and I said, okay, I've signed up. She said, what? Oh my God. So I just jumped in. I had that tug and knew that I needed to be a part of this group. So that's it.
Well, I just love hearing these incredible diverse stories. Like I said in the beginning, these ladies are incredible. They've come in here, they have their own vision and their own purpose. And you're already starting to see that and hear that in just sharing their story. And I have to pause real quick, you guys, because so many comments that I'm seeing are just saying just how lovely you guys all look. Nicole, your story is amazing. You're such a strong woman. All of you here. Amanda, I think a lot of people can relate to the situation that you're sharing and adapting to this new way of life. And what turned out to be what you probably thought was a brain fuel to help you with that turned in and blossomed into something so beautiful. So I love it. So you guys have touched on a little bit about culture, a little bit about product, which is exciting. So I'm excited to dive a little bit deeper. So I'm going to go back to you, Tiffany, and hopefully I don't mess up the mute button again. I'll let you guys drive that. Tell me, you hinted at this a little bit, but what do you find really special or different here, unique from anything else that you could be doing? Because let's face it, we all have just a limited amount of time and energy and focus. And if you're going to pour it into something, you want it to be worthwhile. So what stood out to you that's so different and special here?
So this is a great one because it's something I'm really passionate about. I think a lot of companies, you'll always see, hey, we're a great company. We're amazing. My kid is trying to break in and hijack my live. But you see all the time in this world of direct sales how amazing their company is, and it's hard to decipher what is true and what is not. It's like going to Whole Foods and deciphering what is actually good for you and natural and organic and like it's going to do what it's supposed to. And so I was on this mission to weed out as quickly as I can so I can get in at ground level and take advantage of this, right? So I looked at the comp plan, I looked at the ingredients. And when I looked at the ingredients, if you haven't done it, go do it and read the description while you're there of like the man soap and the pound oil and have a good laugh. Because that also, like, once I read that description, I was like, oh gosh, this is a company after my own heart. But the ingredients are so powerful. And when you break it down and start even doing your own research on like the lotion, the facial lotion and everything it can do, you guys, it's like 10 products in one. It's amazing. And then the compensation plan. So we not only have like the integrity of Jamie and the products, but the comp plan. The comp plan is where a lot of companies will say, hey, we're great. Our comp plan is amazing. But what I struggled with a lot in my last company was, and you'll find this a lot, is you have to qualify, like your team has to qualify different legs. And so if these legs, let's say, don't want to be as active as you are, it creates this icky feeling of pushing, and you don't want to push your leaders. Like you really want to, people can grow as fast or as slow as they can. And that's what's so important, to really be in that space and not push people to do that. And what I love about this company is you can really do that. It is so simple. I tried complicating the crap out of it. I was texting Kendra, like, what does this really mean? Does it really mean this? And it's so literal. Like when it says like $50, it's $50. It's not complicated. And I really loved that. So the comp plan is very simple and achievable. I ended up making what I made in my last company in my first 14 days. So that was the moment where my husband and I were just like, wow, I'm doing less effort. I'm happy. I'm not stressed out. It's not adding more stress to my life because I don't need that. I already, homeschool life. I have too much going on. I don't need a stressful side gig that I love and want to do, but I think you know what I mean. So it was the comp plan that really set, it was like the fish line and sinker. What is that saying?
Yeah, hook, line,
Hook,
and
line,
sinker.
hook, line,
Yeah,
hook, line, and sinker, right?
I know what you meant. You're fishing.
Yes. Yep.
Oh my gosh. I love that you said, Tiffany, like comp plans are going to be comp plans, and it's definitely something that you want to look at. But the fact that you said, and I want to pause and like draw this out, that for you to do well here, you don't need so many people to hit so many ranks for you to qualify. So hear that, you guys. This is truly about you're rewarded for your effort. You're rewarded for your product sales, your team sales, and we don't overcomplicate it. So I think that's a huge, huge selling point. Amanda, what about you? So what's the one thing of everything else you could be doing that stands out unique and special about MIG?
I think it's a mixture of the products and the sisterhood. I mean, the products, I selfishly joined this company because I needed to feel better myself, mentally, physically. I didn't jump in to make money. I'm with another company. I have my customer base. I did not jump in to build a team. I jumped in because I didn't feel well. I was not the best version of myself for my kids, for myself, for my husband. And I jumped in for the products, and holy moly, they have delivered. I am happier. I feel better. I am not taking medication anymore. I am not binging on food and wine. The products do exactly what they say they're going to do. And that mixed with the support from these amazing women, I am doing things that I never imagined I would be doing again. I'm creating art. Jessica and Holly have pushed me to really be creative again, and just, it's a magic potion. The sisterhood mixed with the products, it's perfection. And they don't just support you if you're here to help them build their team. They support you where you are. If you want to be a huge seller, if you want to lead a team of hundreds, they're going to support you wherever you are, and they mean it. They're not just going to say that one day and the next day they're just going to be off hanging out with the ones who do want to lead a team. That's not the way it is. It is truly a sisterhood unlike any other company I've worked with before. So it's unreal.
Oh my goodness. It's hard to put into words, isn't it? Just what that feels like, because when you don't have it, you don't realize that you missed it until you find it. And I think that's kind of what you're saying. For someone to join because of great products, to get your, the state of the quarantine and all of that, and just feeling like yourself again, but then to find you're back into your art and you're being encouraged to focus on the things that bring you joy, which is your creative outlet. I mean, that is something that you just can't put a price tag on. That's priceless. So thank you for sharing that. What about for you, Nicole? What stands out about MIG from anything else you could be doing? Oh, let me get you off mute. Sorry, one sec. There you go.
Can you hear me now? I feel like that commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing, that's like a loaded question there. I would have to say it is the cornerstone is Christian. It is something that I remember the girls that I reached out to and that were telling me about it were telling me that. I was like, no, companies like say, oh, they're all, and then it's kind of like, I don't know. It's not what they say it is. But every time, so I watched the video on Jamie, and I know a lot of people have a similar story to that, where you joined without trying any of the products because you heard her talk. She is unbelievable. Watching her talk inspired me so much to, this is my chance, Nicole. This is your chance, Nicole, to meet these beautiful women. And it's the cornerstone is Christ. It's for believers. And it's just, and every time, like she did a live today, every time she does, you can see it in her eyes. You can see the believer in her, and the other women in this company are like that. And like I said, I talk to them all throughout the day, and it just brings me so much happiness and so much joy because the love is undeniable. And first and foremost, it's always said to me, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. And I know they are. It's not just like, oh, I'm praying for you. No, they're really praying. And it's just something that it's just unbelievable. It's just one of a kind. And there's no other thing in this world or company that will ever compare to this. It's just not possible. It's just a gift from the Lord, for sure.
Well, I love that you said that. And I actually had a similar reaction when I heard Jamie speak. It's just like, you're pulled in for a reason. And I would agree with you that Jamie actively shares that this was her cry out for $1 billion business idea, and that her pastor stopped the sermon and said, oh my gosh, this has never happened. But the Lord just spoke to my heart and said, there's a stay-at-home mom here who he wants to give $1 billion idea to. So get ready, it's coming. So it's undeniable, Nicole, what you're feeling and experiencing. All right, so I'm going to wrap us up. We just have a couple minutes. So what advice do you have, Amanda, for anybody who's thinking about it? They may be sitting on the fence, they're not sure. What advice would you give them about choosing their path to join us in MIG as an ambassador?
I would say absolutely follow those heart tugs, those pulls at your gut, those deep feelings that you can't stop thinking about this. You're hopping on this call for a reason. You keep being pulled to look into this for a reason. Just jump. You're not going to have the chance to get in the very beginning of a business this powerful again.
There you go. I love it. Real quick, I see a question in one of the comments about the age. You guys, we have every age here. My mom is in this business and she's 72 years old. So just know that there are all ages and everybody in between. So everybody is welcome with open arms here, and you can definitely succeed. So thank you for that question. Nicole, what about you? What would be your one piece of advice that you'd give?
Mine would be like, why didn't you join yesterday? You should have joined yesterday. This was unbelievable. I mean, and we haven't even launched yet. And it's just phenomenal. So whoever got you on this call, reach out to them today, because you will be blessed tremendously.
I love that. Thank you. And what about you, Tiffany? What advice would you give?
Just echoing what everyone else has said. If you're going to sleep and you're waking up thinking about it, dreaming about it, if it's, the feeling in your gut that it's just pulling you, and you have to do it. You just go for it. There's not much loss, and there's no better decision. I mean, you get a powerful sisterhood out of it. Like if that's like the worst result, yeah, that sounds pretty great to me.
Well, I love it. You ladies are absolutely phenomenal. You are so brave to come and share. You're incredible leaders in our tribe. We are very grateful to have you. And like these ladies said, if you feel something in your heart that is like tugging, or like Tiffany said, you wake up, I hope you go to sleep. Don't go to sleep without locking in your spot and bring lunch. But if you do, and you wake up tomorrow, get back with the person who invited you to learn more. We are just getting started. We have incredible announcements that are getting ready to be revealed this weekend and Monday. You do not want to miss this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like Amanda said, you won't get this again. So get back with that person. We would be honored to see you on the inside. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Good night.